was in order. In other words, Jesus was there for dinner, and Martha is making sure that the house is in order, that the food is warm, that everything is clean, that everyone has what they need. And God bless you people that do that. I'm always like, they coming over for dinner? If I can't be real and they can't see my mess, then, you know what I'm saying? And my wife was like, well, you better clean up. So Martha is running around serving, and Mary is sitting down at the feet of Jesus. And after a while, Martha looks at her sister Mary and pretty much says, she's lazy. She ain't doing anything. She like, snap. She ain't doing, and she went off. You know when you have siblings, you go off on them. Like you go off on somebody, but your siblings you go extra off on, right? Because you know them. And Martha goes off on Mary. And Jesus stops her and says, she's doing more for me than you are by serving me. So the first encounter that I came to know was the fact that Jesus spoke up for Mary when she was being accused of being something. The second story in which I read about was the fact that Mary's brother Lazarus dies. And Mary's at her home, and people are there comforting her. But she gets wind that Jesus is calling her. So she leaves her guests who are there at her home to run to Jesus. Now, if you know the story, you know that Jesus was waiting for her so he can go raise Lazarus from the dead. But she didn't know that. She just knew that if anyone was going to bring comfort at this time of pain and at this time of loss and at this time of not knowing what to do, it was Jesus. So she got up and she took off. Now, if I invite you over to my house and everybody's there hanging out, chilling, and I just get up and leave, how rude is that? She ain't care. She got up and left. Why? Because she wanted to be in the arms of Jesus. And too many times we're slow to get up and walk towards Jesus. And look, I'm like, this is for me. I'm just sharing it with y'all. Okay? John 12, 1 through 8 says this. It was 6 days before the Passover feast. Jesus arrived at Bethany where Lazarus lived. Lazarus was the one Jesus had raised from the dead. A dinner was given at Bethany to honor Jesus. Martha served the food. Lazarus was among those at the table with Jesus. Then Mary took a pint of pure nard. It was an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped them with her hair. Get that image in your head. The house was filled with the sweet smell of the perfume. But Judas didn't like what Mary did. He was one of Jesus' disciples. Later, he was going to hand Jesus over to his enemies. Judas said, why wasn't the perfume sold? Why wasn't the money given to the poor people? It was worth a year's pay. He didn't say this because he cared about the poor. He said it because he was a thief. Judas was in charge of the money bag, and he used it to help himself to what was in it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. The perfume was meant for the day I'm buried. You will always have the poor among you, but you won't always have me. Lord, I pray that you may open up our hearts right now to receive and open up our ears so that we may hear what it is that you have for us. In your name, amen. She broke this jar. Some people argue, theologians argue about it was a jar, it was a vase, it was a box. I don't care what it was. I really don't care. She broke it, and inside of this box was perfume. Expensive perfume. Because you know cologne and perfume, they're expensive, right? Like I love cologne. And when I go through Macy's, through the men's section, I have to kind of like run around. Because I'm a sucker. They'll be like, oh, you want to smell this? And I'm like, yeah. And I smell it, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get me this. And then somebody else comes, and they give you coffee beans, and you smell the coffee beans, and smell something. No, I want that.